Here we are back at XLIVE with Brad Sive, the Chief Revenue Officer with TSM. How's your XLIVE going today, Brad?
Fantastic. Great experience and met a lot of interesting people in the industry.
You had some really awesome adjacency with Dr. Pepper up on stage and that awesome commercial and activation you guys did. Tell us a little bit about that and the viewers who aren't here today.
Yeah, so I think what we try to do with Dr. Pepper is really figure out how do we make it an organic integration, have some fun with it. And Dr. Pepper's brand is not taking themselves too seriously, nor is TSM. So we try to have fun with it. So we wanted to utilize the League of Legends player and their likenesses and do something fun. So we did a Team Sodamid, so not taking ourselves too seriously, and then wrapping the players in costumes and having fun, and it really worked. So the community loved it. It spread virally. People felt it kind of was on point with our brand, but more importantly with Dr. Pepper. So it was a win-win.
Can you give us a little insight into kind of your background and how you got into esports?
Sure. So, I was previously at ESPN for 11 years doing sales and marketing. Really started to get into esports and try to understand the ecosystem. Is very much still in its nascent stage. Then I had an opportunity to go to Catalyst Sports and Media and go over there and advise brands. So was able to bring on Chipotle, Dr. Pepper, McLaren as brands that I advised around gaming and esports with our team. It was a great experience, and as I worked with Dr. Pepper and Chipotle in particular, I really got to know TSM, and was lucky enough to be able to kind of go over and work with Andy and the team over there. So it was a great experience, and believe it's obviously one of the strongest teams, but one of the strongest overall platforms in the esports and gaming space as well.
I think that's an incredible endorsement to leave the prior role where you were advising and evaluating options to come over to a particular board that you were considering. Why TSM? What about it really stuck out to you?
Well, when I was looking at other teams, they're all really great, and there's a lot of different options, but TSM really stuck out to me in the sense that it was, it's in, world championship esports teams and influencer network websites. So it had this built-in ecosystem, and to me it was so untapped. I mean, most of the brands that TSM has worked with have come to TSM, and so I think going forward what we're looking to do is really go out and talk to all the different brands and kind of talk about who we are and what we're doing. And it's been really interesting. We've been doing this, really in earnest for about 2 months now. And some of the other brands we're talking in, some of the categories that we're already do not have sponsors have been really positive reception, because what we're trying to do is go across multiple different pieces of IP, organically integrate brands in our websites that are community-based, our teams, then also with our growing influencer network. And obviously Fortnite has been massive for us, and a lot of credit goes to our team to figure out that Fortnite was going to be something big. Take some of the top Fortnite competitive players and streamers, bring them in house, and really build an ecosystem around them and a website, Fortnite Masters. So it's really been a unique experience to talk to brands about it and show them what we're doing, because a lot of them don't know that. And so to me that was the most interesting point, is to work with a team that actually has all these assets that we can really kind of utilize and commercialize for brands.
Look, to have a full ecosystem, you're talking about media, you're talking about experiential, brand, product. I mean, that's the full suite that's really attractive in a situation. How do you stay focused on maximizing your present opportunity and your products and everything that you've built, but also being leaders and thought leaders and thinking in the future so that you can plan for the next Fortnite, the next top game, or the next top creators? And how do you juggle all of that, Brad?
Yeah, so I work with a great team. So if it was just me, we'd be in trouble. I'm really focused on areas of revenue and doing really great branded content and several other areas in a facility that we're going to be building out. But we have really great people internally, Andy, Lena on our team are just fantastic, that really understand the pulse of what's going on in the community, that are very much in trend. So they have really a vision for the future as well. So it's really a collective team effort, and that's what attracted me to TSM as well. The team's outstanding, and there's a long-term vision there that I'm excited about.
So for the owners and operators that are watching and kind of looking at you as a leader in the space, saying you guys are doing it right, what's some advice or perspective that you can give them to ways that they can drive revenue that's a little bit different, not as cookie cutter?
I really don't want to give any of it. No,
That's how it sounds.
I'm not. No, this is the thing. I just, we talked about, upstairs with Dr. Pepper on the panel today. It's really understanding the content and the devil's in the details with the content. If the brand has a good experience around the content you create for them, and it can align with your brand particularly, and you know what your brand is as a team, organization, you're going to have success, and that brand's going to want to grow with you. If you don't do that, you're going to have some bumps in the road. And so we're really laser focused on making sure the content and how we integrate with our brands is seamless, and it fits their brand, our brand, and there's some type of tangible success metrics. And if you do that, then I think you'll have a really good run.
Let's dig into the investment that you guys locked up. I think it was pretty powerful.
Yeah.
$37 million, I think was the
Yep.
announcement.
Yep.
The deal, some notable talent. Curry was on that list.
Sure.
Some exciting people. I think TSM was one of those organizations that held out on taking outside funding and
Mm-hmm.
VC funding for a while. Why now at this particular time?
Yeah, so I think we have some initiatives. I just mentioned our facility. That's something that we really want to, go out and, actively, put together. We're looking to do a 20,000 plus square foot facility. We want to build that into a content center and do some other really interesting things that will benefit, most importantly, our team, but also brands and other partners that we're working with. So that was a focus, and just to get something up like that, you obviously need some capital. And then, I think that what we're looking to do is really kind of grow as an organization and be bigger than what we are in multiple different areas. And the current areas that we're in is websites, influencers, and teams, and that's obviously we want to keep relevant in all those spaces as well.
Can you give us a little insight to some of the verticals that you might be diving into?
No.
TSM game as a IP.
Nope.
So is there an opportunity for TSM to have some experiential activations where the TSM team and brand is creating an event all around their team? That seems like an opportunity, but I haven't seen anybody really do it well.
Yeah, so we're in a unique position. We have, Fortnite Masters is a really good example. We obviously have great, websites around other pieces of IP like League of Legends. Can we create community events around these websites? And I think that's really interesting, for the growth of what we're doing, but also for brands as well. So that's something that we're looking to do with some of our partners upcoming in 2019, and then expand that out. So those type of events make a lot of sense for us. So we'll have a Fortnite Master website events. We have our streamers, competitive teams. It's a full ecosystem that we're developing around that. So that will be exciting.
What's the ideal partner? A person watching this that says, man, TSM's doing everything right. Who would you like to hear from? What's the ideal fit for a TSM relationship and partnership at this stage for you guys?
This is the thing, is it really just depends. I think, what we were talking about earlier is that I think that a lot of different brands are in a different evolutionary stage when they come into esports or gaming. So what we're really looking to do is, work with the right partner that wants to partner and collaborate. And the thing is, I think the conversations, we want to make sure it's right for TSM, but more importantly for the brand, and how do we do it the right way. And so someone that, if they want to walk, if they want to run, we want to work with them. But also understanding that it's about, there's a certain part about giving back to the community well and integrating with it, and that's really important to us. It's important to the community, and I think for the long-term growth of a brand, they have to do that. So those are, some of the things that we're looking for in a brand partner.